put my water bottle. Hold on, everybody. I got up. Sorry about that, folks. Water bottle acquired. Hope all is well. Happy Monday. Hope you're all recovering from the Super Bowl. Actually, you know what I forgot to do again? Not a big deal. I gotta remember to change the settings on this. Yeah, I need to remember to start changing the settings on certain things. Anyway, when I get back to... Anyway, not a big deal for you guys. There's a video setting that I need to change. I don't know if you've been noticing. There's been a little choppiness lately at certain points of the stream. Kind of an inconsistency with the frame rate. I think it's one of the settings. I think I figured it out, but I forgot to switch it because I was in a rush to get streaming tonight. But anyway, we're back to the semifinals here. Eastern Conference semifinals. Delaware Dragons, New York Rangers games 3 and 4. 5 and 6 if necessary. 4 games tonight. We'll see what happens. We're up 2-0 in the series. We won the first game 2-0. The second one 4-2. A couple of nail biters here against a very good Rangers team. But again, I hope you're all doing well following the Super Bowl. We head now to Madison Square Garden for the first time in this playoff series. Dragons, Rangers. And we are going to be underway. I got a lot of thoughts about the Super Bowl, so I'll wait for some folks to show up because I'm sure folks are going to be asking my opinion on it. Duchene, Zibanejad, Game 3, underway here at the world's most famous arena. One back to Adam Fox by Zibanejad. Poked away at the blue line, back to Ryan Lindgren it goes. Now up to Capo Caco, cross ice to Artemi Panarin. Over to Zibanejad now, knocked away by John Klingberg. At least temporarily. Zibanejad shot saved by Ranta. And circling around now is Antanasu, passing up to Duchene along the left side. He gets checked at the point, but the puck trickles forward, and he finds it again in the left circle. Duchene feeds down low, and Patrick Hornquist scores! A perfect feed as he snuck behind the defense, right on the doorstep, his third of the playoffs, as he knocks it home behind Shesterkin, and the Dragons strike quickly here in Game 3. It's 1-0 Delaware. Boone, Jenner in the second line comes out now for the Dragons. Again, Mika Zibanejad the top line for the Rangers still there. Zibanejad wins it back to Fox. Across to Lindgren. Over to Panarin, who had a very good game, too. Not enough to win, however. Lindgren shot saved by Ranta. Craig Smith gets it up to Boone, Jenner. Jenner now cutting into the right side. Shot saved by Shesterkin. Lindblom loses it, regains control. Moves to the top of the slot, back to the point for Taves. Down to Killington. Oliver Killington, his shot doesn't get through. Knocked out of the zone, but Devin Taves goes and gets it for Delaware. He'll send it deep. There's going to be an icing, though. A bit of a misfire on the pass. About 4.5 gone here in the first. Jenner and Hedel to the left of Ranta now. Face-off won by Delaware. Killington has it. It sends up to Craig Smith. Smith from the right circle. Shot. Oh, and he scores! His first of the playoffs. Somehow, it almost looked like it rolled right up the shaft of the stick there on Shesterkin. Kind of lollygagged the save attempt. And instead, a little late there with the blocker, and it's 2-0 Dragons. Alex Kern now, most likely the Rookie of the Year. And Killington gets his first point of the playoffs. Alexis Lafreniere with the puck moving in, has it poked away. Colin Miller, long outlet pass for Kern. What's up, Cotter? How's it going? Kern puts on the brakes, puts it to Sanford, and Zach Sanford scores his third of the playoffs. And the Dragons, now that they are on the road, are rolling here. Again, they won 2-0 and 4-2, a couple of defensive battles down in Delaware. But they feel right at home here, it seems, at Madison Square Garden. How are you doing, Cotter? Not much going on here. Hedel versus Kern again. Face-off won by Kern. Back to Shattenkirk. Kern and Miller the assists. Miller does a little spinorama. His shot goes wide. Shesterkin might have got a piece of it. Shattenkirk can't keep it in, and Miller goes and finds it. Sends it across to Roslovic. Tries to make a pass, but it's intercepted by Hedel. who then gets pinched against the boards. Puck kicks out to Severson, and up back to Hedel. Sanford picks his pocket, and back the other way come the Dragons. 3 quick goals in less than 7 minutes. Yeah, I mean, Cotter... Honestly, it was a good game for the first 58 minutes or so. And then the referees really put their mark on this game, I think, in the worst way. One of the worst officiated Super Bowls I think I've ever seen. And you just have to wonder who had money on it. And the NFL really must have wanted the Rams to win down there in LA. Shot saved by Shesterkin. Severson keeps it away. Severson, up to Kreider. So I don't feel good for Aaron Donald. I don't feel good for Odell Beckham Jr. I don't feel good for Matthew Stafford. I feel like they got lucky the entire playoffs. As a short side shot saved by Ronta. Another shot save again. I think the Rams and what they did is bad for football. Trying to, as Duchene a shot saved by Shesterkin. I think they took advantage of a lot of loopholes in the system to put together this, like, superstar team. And, yeah, I hope Aaron Donald retires and we never see him again. Shot saved by Shesterkin as it goes high off the glass. Miller now back over to Goodrow. The referees, it's kind of like what happened with Spider-Man No Way Home. You can feel good for most of the show, but those last few minutes really kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. And that's enough to ruin the entire experience. As Hornquist a shot, Lindblom rebound, and the Dragons score. It's 4-0 Delaware on Lindblom's second of the playoffs. It just feels like you let them play the whole game. Blatant pass interferences and holding by both teams. Not called. And then you call a really ticky-tack foul down there, 1st and goal from the 8-yard line with the game on the line. It really feels like the refs, somebody had money on this game, and it feels like the refs helped out. It really stinks. How's it going, Darkstroke? Is Killington now up to Matthias Janmark? He gets it into the zone, but Lindgren takes it away over to Panarin. So yeah, it was a good Super Bowl for 58 minutes. The commercials were really crap. The halftime show was phenomenal. As Lindgren pokes it away there, Killington now sends it around to Taves. But again, the last 2 minutes, if you're a referee, it becomes really suspect, especially in an age where you've got so much money now. The NFL has so much gambling tied up in a lot of their income. You look back at the Donaghy thing back with the NBA years ago, and it's real easy for a referee to throw a ticky-tack foul on a phantom play, and that suddenly changes the game, and you wonder, millions of dollars changed hands when the Rams took that touchdown lead, and you just wonder, to me, that Super Bowl will be suspect for the rest of our days. There should be an investigation. It feels really bad, honestly. Lindblom saved by Shesterkin with 5 seconds left here in the period. Yeah, it was a good trailer, Darkstroke. We know we're getting Patrick Stewart and probably and Tom Cruise as Iron Man, and we everything that was hinted at. We're gonna get the This is how the Fantastic Four is gonna be introduced. The X-Men are gonna be introduced here as the period expires at the end of 20. Delaware on a roll. 4-0 here, matching their high in the series here in just the first period. Delaware out shooting the Rangers 10-5. Hits are 2-1 in favor of the Rangers. Face-off 7-1 in favor of the Rangers. But again, 4-0 Delaware as they have been lighting the lamp. Yeah, Deadpool, I didn't even see that. Darkstroke, I'm sure it's just going to be a cameo fest as Duchene wins it back to Spurgeon now and over to Klingberg as he'll gain the zone. Zibanejad gets hit by Klingberg, sent deep. Yeah, well, what if is part of the universe, right? What if is part of the larger MCU? So it makes sense that they might work something in there that we're going to see a lot of different Doctor Stranges. As Spurgeon now shot saved by Shesterkin. It's multiverse. Darkstroke, it's classic multiverse stuff. We already knew. These were established universes and other stuff. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of surprises we haven't seen yet. But it's going to be the future of the MCU going forward is going to start with Multiverse of Madness. As Panarin gains his own, hit by Devin Taves. Killington, who got an assist earlier tonight, feeds it up to Craig Smith. Along to Lindblom, who has a goal tonight. Shot saved by Shesterkin. Rebound kicks out to the top of the slot. Jenner gets it there. Swarmed by Rangers. Takes a shot through a screen. Saved by Shesterkin, and he freezes it with 4.5 gone here in the second. Yeah, Darkstroke, we were talking about Wanda being the villain months ago. She might be a villain. She might be an anti-hero. There's probably going to be multiple Wandas. So Kern versus Hedel wins it back to Shattenkirk. Shot goes high and wide, actually. Sanford gets it to Miller, but it's poked away. Shattenkirk recovers at center ice. Now sends it back to Colin Miller. Miller now, top of the slot. Shot save again by Shesterkin. Sanford overskates it, and Kravtsov finds it. Sends it over to Hedel. I mean, if they're doing the Illuminati, which is what everybody suspects, Xavier could be the villain. Mr. Fantastic. Are we going to get Black Bolt? The Illuminati are typically, they're not always the heroes. Hedel versus Kern now. Face-off won by Hedel back to Keandre Miller. Lafreniere with the puck, gets it back to Miller. Top of the right circle, shot saved by Ronta, and he'll freeze the puck. But at this point, first week of May can't come soon enough. Less than 3 months to go. Can't wait. Hedel versus Kern again to the right of Ronta. Face-off won by Kern, back to Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk now an outlet pass up to Zach Sanford. Sanford on the left side, left circle, long shot. Oh, it got through Shesterkin, but Miller keeps it away from danger, at least temporarily. Roslovic now circling around, tries to get it down low. Short side save by Shesterkin with the right leg, and he freezes it again for a face-off in the Ranger zone. McLeod versus Hedel to the right of Shesterkin. McLeod wins it back to Spurgeon. Shot saved by Tsar Igor. Puck rattles around to Janmark. Taken away there by Hedel. He'll circle back in his own zone. Send it cross ice to Lafreniere. Back to Kravtsov. Kravtsov on the left side. Hit by Klingberg. Janmark finds it. Sends it around to Spurgeon. I mean, maybe Darkstroke. Who knows? I'm not going to be guessing, though. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time speculating when the movie will be out in 2.5 months. Shot saved by Shesterkin. Might have been deflected in front there by Zingle. Tough save for Tsar Igor. Yeah, no, exactly, Darkstroke. They could do a whole bunch of different things. Honestly, though, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't do Spider-Man. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have a lot of Spider-Man in this film. As Duchene wins it back to Taves. Because you just had a film with a bunch of Spider-Man in it. So, and if they do Spider-Man, they might do one that's already been... They might have Toby come back. They might have Garfield come back. They might do somebody who they've already done come back. Duchene versus Barron now to the right of Shesterkin. Duchene wins it back to Devin Taves. Taves back to Killington. Soft shot towards the net. Miller intercepts. Sends it back over to Barclay Goodrow. 8 minutes left here in the second. 4-0 Dragons in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Antanasu gets pinched at the boards there. Barron sends it back across ice. Loose puck, errant pass, but Miller retrieves it ahead of Hornquist and sends it back to Barron near center ice. He gets laid out. They're almost laid out. Got sandwiched between a couple of Dragons, and Duchene a shot saved by Shesterkin with the glove, and he will freeze it with 6:39 left here in the second. What's up, Styles? How's it going? Boone Jenner versus Mika Zibanejad now to the right of Shesterkin. Face-off won by Jenner. Back to Shattenkirk. Shot deflected on net. Save. Rebound. Lindblom puts it in for his second of the game. His third of the playoffs. Off the rebound. A couple of quick shots in a row. And Shesterkin could not control that third rebound. And Lindblom makes it 5-0 Delaware. Not much Shesterkin could do once he gave up that rebound. Jenner and Shattenkirk the assists. Face-off win this time by the Rangers. Adam Fox now over to Zibanejad. Poked away. Boone Jenner finds it. Sends it around the boards. Shattenkirk there. Outlet pass up to Craig Smith. Smith along the right side. Left back for Lindblom. Lindblom looking for the Hattie. And Elliott now wins. They pull Shesterkin with 5 minutes left here in the second period, as he clearly did not have it, and the Rangers hope he'll be well rested for Game 4, because they will need him to loom large if they are to avoid the sweep, as this one looks like it might already be in the books. Kern versus Zibanejad, win back to Spurgeon, and Spurgeon will score! His third of the playoffs. It went right through Elliott. And the Ranger faithful are showering their blue shirts with boo birds. As it's 6-0 Dragons. A series that has been very tightly knit. Kern, the only assist, wins another one back to Spurgeon. Again, 2-0 was game 1, 4-2 with an empty netter there at the end of game 2. Could have really gone either way, as Spurgeon now will get it up to Roslovic, just stayed onside. Kern has it poked away. Zibanejad recovers with less than 4 minutes to go. Zibanejad gets by Klingberg and feeds one on net, saved by Ranta, maintaining the shutout as Roslovic will take it now. Passes up to Kern now, intercepted by Fox. Zibanejad back to Kako. He's hit hard, but he gets it to Panarin. Soft shot on net, saved by Ranta. Leaves it for Spurgeon. Less than 2 minutes left here in the second period. Pass up to Roslovic, and now to Sanford on the left side. Tries to get it back to Roslovic. Lindgren intercepts. And now passes up to Kako. He's hit by Sanford. Good forecheck, but Lindgren takes it away. I mean, I think it's probably good for both teams. It was clear that Harden was a toxic presence in Brooklyn. No surprise there that he obviously, that's how just he is. He hasn't been the same. He's long past the prime of his career as the second period comes to an end here. And you hope that this lights a fire under Simmons' butt. He was done in Philadelphia, and you just hope it works for both teams. I heard that everyone thinks that a lot of folks think that Philadelphia now is going to be a better team with Harden. I think they're going to probably be about the same. But if Embiid is happy and if Durant is happy in Brooklyn, then maybe both teams will meet in the Eastern Conference Final. We'll see. All I know is that the Knicks are done, and I'm probably not going to watch any basketball now until the playoffs start. Delaware out shooting the Rangers 23-9, out hitting them 6-3. Faceoffs are 10-10 at the end of 40. You know, you also saw Kristaps Porzingis. That piece of trash got traded basically for Spencer Dinwiddie. And a similar thing. If Luka's not happy playing with you, which he clearly did not like Kristaps, bye-bye. Stars in the NBA have a bigger say on who is on a team and whatnot nowadays. That's just the way the league is. As Hornquist back to Spurgeon. The Klingberg shot saved by Elliott with the glove from the blue line. Good shot there. Yeah, they can't hold a lead, Dark Stroke. They fall apart in the fourth quarter. I don't know if it's conditioning. I don't know if it's laziness. I don't know if they just don't want to play for Thibodeau anymore. But the Knicks are unwatchable, and so I'm not going to watch them. Zibanejad versus Duchene. Rangers finally get back in action tomorrow night. Can't wait for that as they take on the Bruins. Panarin now up to Zibanejad. Poked away, but Kako is there, and then he gets hit, and the puck kicks to the boards. Kako down low in the trapezoid, looking for somebody to pass to, but a good defense there. Finally leaves it for Zibanejad. His shot completely blocked by Duchene, who pushes it forward to Spurgeon. His pass now intercepted by Lindgren, and now Kako starts back the way for the Rangers. To Panarin, who really kind of started scoring again in Game 2 for the Rangers. That you thought that might have been a good sign for them, but they have not scored since. As now, big hit in the corner there. The Dragons are being more physical. They're winning the more important battles down low as Lindblom again looking for that Hattie. Shot saved by Elliott, and he'll freeze it with almost 5 minutes gone here in the third. 15-15 left in the period. Jenner versus Hedel now to the left of Shesterkin. Face-off won by the Dragons. Smith with the puck, circling around. Craig Smith, top of the slot, shot, and he scores! His second of the game and second of the playoffs. Pulled a string and makes it 7-0 Delaware. Starting to see this second line, at least tonight, deliver, which is a good sign for the Dragons. Smith unassisted, his second of the night and the playoffs. As that puck is taken away at the blue line by Boone Jenner. Passes up to Smith. Smith now a chance for the Hattie. Smith a shot saved by Elliott with the glove. Left for Lindgren. So two guys on this line with a chance for hat tricks. This pass up to Lafreniere. Hit by Devin Taves at the blue line, and Boone Jenner goes and gets it in the corner. Sends it around the boards to Killington. Now up to Lindblom. Lindblom separated from the puck, which will trickle back into the Ranger zone. Lindgren retrieves it. Passes up to Lafreniere in the outlet pass. Lafreniere along the right side, hit by Killington at the point. And Craig Smith goes and gets the loose puck. 11.5 here left in game 3. 7-0 Delaware. Sanford gains the zone. Sanford now back to Taves, a shot. Saved by Elliott as now Sanford gets another one off. Roslovic can't get his shot off. And Lindgren starts back the other way. Morgan Barron, the rookie, now on the left side. Passes back to Severson. But it's taken away there by Kern. It kicks to Killington, and now back up to Alex Kern. Kern gains the zone, at least temporarily, as Morgan Barron takes it away off the loose puck. Barclay Goodrow now hit by Kern, and Kern again back the other way to Roslovic. Shot stick to side by Elliott. Severson gets it in the corner. Back up to Morgan Barron. Barron along the left side, up to Kreider. Chris Kreider. Hit by Killington. Ryan Zingle takes it away. No, Darkstroke, I will not watch the NBA All-Star Game. I may watch, like, the skills competition, like the dunk or the three-point shooting, because those are the only things that matter. I will not watch the All-Star Game itself. As Kern tries to take it away from Miller, but can't, up to Chris Kreider. Kreider circling back, regrouping. 6 minutes left here in the third. The Garden faithful, well, run out of faith as Kodarenko gains the blue line, at least temporarily. He's separated from the puck. Shattenkirk gathers it and gets it up to Janmark. The Garden faithful starting to head for the stands. Less than 5 minutes left here. Or excuse me, head for the exits. It's shot saved by Elliott. McLeod gets the rebound. Circles to the slot. Shot save again by Elliott. And he'll freeze it this time with just under 4 minutes left here in the third. Duchene versus Kodarenko now to the left of Elliott. Face-off won by Duchene, back to Spurgeon, down to Patrick Hornquist, who scored the first goal of the game. Shot saved by Elliott. He loses it for a second, but then he finds it and freezes it before it crosses the line, and we'll have another face-off to his left. Oh, I just realized, well, nobody said anything. There's an echo on the TV, probably through the microphone. Duchene versus Kodarenko, just muted it now. Duchene to Spurgeon, shot saved by Shesterkin. Antanasu with the puck. Cutting in, down low. Duchene shot, saved by Elliott. 2.5 left here in the third. Whittling away the clock are the Dragons. The Rangers haven't had a shot the entire third period. Talk about clamping down defensively. Jenner versus Zabinajad now. Saved by... Face-off won by Zabinajad. To Patrick Nemeth, the sweet Swede up to Capo Caco. He gets laid out by Jenner. Jenner gains the blue line. Caco takes it back, though. Minute 45 left here in the third. As he'll get hit by Spurgeon, and Jenner will find it. Start back the other way. Long pass for Craig Smith, looking for the Hattie. Taken away by Patrick Nemeth, though, and up to Zabinajad. Capo Caco makes a move, gains the blue line. Shot saved by Ronta. Kicked into the corner where Klingberg gathers it and sends it up to Smith. Along to Jenner. Jenner along the left side. His shot high and wide over the net. And Nemeth gets it in the corner as it deflects to him. 40 seconds left here in game 3. Dragons about to go up 3-0 in this series as Klingberg separates, I think it was Panarin, or no, Capo Caco from the puck. And now Spurgeon up to Antanasu along the left side. Antanasu trying to cut in, loses control of the puck, at least temporarily, as Klingberg now moving in. Tries to get it down to Hornquist. Instead, he gathers it himself. Shot saved by Elliott through a screen somehow. Now Hornquist is shot, and Patrick Hornquist scores. Rattles it off the right side of the net. His second of the game. Insult to injury here late in the third. His fourth of the playoffs. It's 8-0 Delaware in what has easily been the Rangers' worst game of the series. Klingberg and Antanasu the assists. McLeod wins it back to Shattenkirk. He sends it over to Colin Miller. Philip Hedl now along the left side. Back to Kravtsov. Shot goes wide. Ronta finds it. Leaves it for Miller. Who will send an outlet pass up to Janmark. Has it poked away by Fox. Back to Lafreniere. Knocked away by McLeod. And that's your third game of this Eastern Conference semifinals. Put it in the books. 8-0 Delaware wins. Your number 3 star with a pair of goals, Craig Smith. Delaware outshot the Rangers 37-10. Out-hit them 11-8. Faceoffs 15-13 in favor of the Rangers. Just barely over 50%. Your number 2 star with a pair of goals, Oscar Lindblom. I'm going to say number 1 star. It might be Boone Jenner because I know he had a lot of assists. Or possibly Hornquist. Yeah, Patrick Hornquist actually with 2 goals and an assist. A 3-point night for Sir Patrick. I don't know if he's a sir. I just call him that. St. Patrick, maybe. There we go. So looking to sweep the Rangers out of the playoffs. Yeah, no, the Knicks are done, Darkstroke. The Knicks are bad. I don't know why they regressed so badly this year, but they did, and it's a bad year. So we're on the verge of possibly 3 semifinal sweeps. You see here, Chicago, Vegas, Delaware, all up 3-0 in their respective series. Toronto up 2-1 against the Lightning. Be interesting to see what happens there, but see what happens here now as we head back to Madison Square Garden for Game 4 of this Eastern Conference semifinal. Can Tsar Igor bounce back after a terrible Game 3? Terrific, honestly, had a terrific playoffs up until that point. That's a blip on the radar. But it doesn't matter how terrific he's been. The rest of the team has not been playing well at all. And the Rangers are on the verge of elimination here at home in front of the Garden faithful. Duchene versus Zibanejad, won by Duchene, back to Spurgeon, and we are underway here in Game 4. Klingberg gains the zone, leaves it for Hornquist. Shot saved by Shesterkin, rebound Atanasu, hacked away but missed it, and Fox takes it back the other way. Fox hit by Klingberg, taken away by Hornquist. Down to Spurgeon, back up to Duchene. And that's taken away at the blue line by Panarin. Zibanejad now gains the zone. He's hit by Duchene, and Spurgeon sends a breakout pass back up to Duchene. Duchene along the right side, cutting in, shot, and Matt Duchene scores! His 4th of the playoffs. A beautiful feed, and Duchene cut smartly to the slot. And Shesterkin never saw it. And it's 1-0 Delaware. Duchene just cuts in and lifts it up over the right leg of Shesterkin. And already the Garden crowd taken out of it 2 minutes here into the first. Duchene actually said unassisted on that one as Taves gets the face-off off the win. And now up to Boone Jenner. Jenner has it taken away by Adam Fox. And Fox backs up to Zibanejad. Zibanejad hit by Taves. He takes away the blue line, and Killington finds it and sends it up to Boone Jenner. Jenner down to Lindblom. Shot misses wide. Taves keeps it in. Taves lets it rip. His shot is blocked. Jenner down to Taves. Shot save again by Shesterkin. Craig Smith now with the puck. Shot saved by Tsar Igor. Rebound goes to the corner. Jenner now cutting in. Shot save again. Lindblom finds it. Lindblom feeds to Smith, and Smith pokes it in. What a feed there on the second line from Lindblom to Smith. It is now 2-0 Dragons. Smith's 3rd of the playoffs. His 3rd in the last 2 games. And the little redirect right goes over the left leg of Shesterkin. And it's 5 minutes in, and this game is already ice is already tilting the way of Delaware. As face-off win for the Rangers to Severson, poked away by Colin Miller. Jenner and Lindblom on the assist. Kern now down low. Roslovic redirect save by Shesterkin. Kern leads the Dragons in playoff points with 9 in 6 games played. Kern wins this one back to Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk back to Miller. Back to Shattenkirk. No, taken away by Hedel. Bad turnover there. Hedel, though, will go for it. Well, he'll send it deep, and his defense will go for a change. Shattenkirk gets it and sends it up to Kern. Kern now from the right circle. Shot saved by Shesterkin. Colin Miller now from the left circle. And Colin Miller, the defenseman, his 1st of the playoffs as he pulled a string. And Delaware, oh my goodness, for whatever reason, road ice this playoffs has served them well, at least offensively. Or maybe Shesterkin has just run out of gas these last couple of games as he gets getting peppered by the Dragons. Kern and Shattenkirk the assist. Face-off win by the Rangers. Kravtsov with the puck. Moving in, cutting in, poked away there. And Klingberg, again, good defense by the Dragons, not letting a shot get through. Janmark now moving in. His shot saved by Shesterkin. Spurgeon now back across to Janmark. Janmark hit at the blue line. Spurgeon trips over him, and Kravtsov finds it. Chance for the Rangers back the other way. Kravtsov takes it all the way down, but then has it poked away at the left circle. Morgan Barron finds it. Andre Miller's shot saved by Ronta, and Spurgeon gets it away from danger and up to Janmark. Janmark along the right side. He cuts in towards the slot. Shot saved by Shesterkin as he smothers it against his belly. And it'll be a face-off in the Ranger zone. Duchene versus Barron now to the right of Tsar Igor. Face-off won by Duchene, back to Spurgeon. Can't get a shot off. Now he does. Loose puck in front. Barron gets it up to Nemeth, who then gets it up to Chris Kreider. Kreider along the right side, hit by Klingberg, and Patrick Hornquist finds it. Sends it up to Matt Duchene, who got the first goal of the game. Duchene from the left circle. Shot saved by Shesterkin. Dragons crash the net, as they are apt to do, but Shesterkin freezes it. Jenner versus Barron now to the right of Shesterkin. One back to Lundqvist. Lundqvist hit by Smith. And now Barron across to Goodrow. Taves up to Lindblom. Along the left side. Across to Smith. Shot saved by Shesterkin this time. Smith didn't get as much on it as his first goal. And now Nemeth up to Goodrow. Goodrow sends it deep. Taves will give chase and find it, and then sends it up to Lindblom. Lindblom along the right side, step for step with Nemeth. Now Lindblom feeds Jenner, down low, shot, save, rebound, poked away by Shesterkin, and up to Panarin with 4 minutes left in the first. Artemi Panarin gains the zone, but then Killington recovers, pokes it away. He sends it across ice to Lindblom. Lindblom back to Taves, and a nice between-the-leg pass up to Duchene. 3 minutes left here in the first. Over to Antonasu, a shot saved by Shesterkin, and he'll freeze the puck again with 2:39 left in the first. Zibanejad versus Kern now to the right of Shesterkin. Dragons a rare face-off advantage, although now it's 50-50, 4 apiece, as Fox gets it up to Panarin. Panarin hit by Shattenkirk, but he gets it to Capo. He has it poked away, and Alex Kern starts back to the way and gets it over to Roslovic. Roslovic now tries to get it back to Kern, shot, and he scores! His 6th of the playoffs! It looked like it went in off of Shesterkin's backside. And it is 4-0 Delaware. Again, they have put up a 4 spot in the first. Such a narrow window, and yeah, right off of the backside of Shesterkin, who did not hug the post tightly enough. And now Kern versus Kodarenko with 90 seconds left in the period. Face-off won by the Dragons, actually, as Sanford has it. Shot saved by Shesterkin. Roslovic tried to take a swing, and he missed on the puck that was in the air as Kodarenko starts back the other way and sends it deep. Shattenkirk goes and gets it with half a minute to go here in the first. Shattenkirk, bank pass up to Alex Kern. Kern along the left side. Pass across, intercepted by Lindgren. Now Fox with the puck. Passes back up to Kodarenko. A couple seconds left. He'll send it deep. The period will expire. And the Rangers have looked absolutely listless the past 4 periods of this series. And now their playoff lives are on the line. The Dragons outshot the Rangers 18-1 that period. They out-hit them 4-1. Faceoffs 5-4 in favor of the Rangers, but it is a minor victory there. They had 1 shot on net. It was by Keandre Miller, and Ronta made an easy save. Duchene versus Zibanejad. Faceoff won by Zibanejad, back to Fox. Now to Lindgren. Lindgren will send it deep. Klingberg will find it in the corner. Up to Antonasu. Over to Hornquist. Back to Antonasu, but poked away from him. Panarin now with the puck up to Zibanejad. Zibanejad hit by Spurgeon, but names control. Panarin now moving in down behind the net. Passes back to the blue line for Fox. Down to Zibanejad. Back to Lindgren. Across to Fox. Down to Zibanejad. Shot. Good passing. Better save by Ronta, though. With just over 2 minutes gone here in the second. A lot of passing for a good opportunity. But you got to capitalize, considering how few and far between they've been this series. Zibanejad wins it back to Fox. His shot blocked. Kako gets the loose puck. Kako, the Zibanejad short side save by Ronta. As Killington now sends it over to Lindblom. Lindblom, an outlet pass up to Craig Smith along the right side. Now over to Jenner. Boone Jenner, taken away by Fox, up to Panarin. Now over to Kako. Poked away by Lindblom. Kako offsides. It'll be a face-off in the neutral zone now. As Heedle versus Kern. Face-off won by Kern this time to Shattenkirk. Up to Sanford. Back down to Kern. Kern, a shot saved by Shesterkin. For however much longer he's in the game, at least. Lafreniere up to Heedle now. Heedle hit by Miller. Shattenkirk finds it in the corner. Up to Roslovic. His pass intercepted by Adam Fox. Norris Trophy winner. Back along the right side. Hit by Shattenkirk. And Colin Miller intercepts. Now breakout pass to Roslovic. 3-on-2. Bound to Sanford. Shot blocked in front. Didn't get all the way through. And Shesterkin covers up the loose puck. Good block there by the defense to save another clear shot on Shesterkin. Heedle versus McLeod now. Face-off won by the Dragons. Spurgeon with it. Shot saved by Czar Igor as McLeod gets it in the corner. Mike McLeod can't get a good shot off. Now deflects on net. Shesterkin finds it before Zingle can hack away at it and smack it in. And now the McLeod versus Morgan Barron. 7.5 gone in the second. Face-off won by the Dragons. McLeod with the puck. Shot saved by Shesterkin. Keandre Miller up to Chris Kreider now. Morgan Barron now along the right side. Gets by Zingle. Now his pass, an errant one's going to deflect all the way back to the Ranger zone. Shesterkin is there. He'll play it to Severson. Hit by Zingle, but he gets it to Condre Miller. Now over to Chris Kreider. Poked away by Devin Taves. Condre Miller gets sandwiched between two Dragons, but he gets it to Severson. Severson's shot saved by Ronta, and he'll freeze it. As the Ranger defenseman, not the guy they want taking that shot there, but better than no shot at all. And Ronta did a good job of controlling the rebound. Duchene versus Barron now to the left of Ronta. Face-off won by Barron to Nemeth. His shot blocked by Hornquist. Nils Lundqvist a shot down low. Morgan Barron a shot. 2 in a row. Saved by Ronta. As Spurgeon gets it up to Hornquist and out. And now over to Duchene. Back towards, intercepted by Nils Lundqvist. Over to Goodrow. Back to Morgan Barron. His third line of the Rangers getting a little pressure now. Barron poked away by Klingberg. Sends it around to Antanasu. Back up to Spurgeon. Spurgeon to Hornquist. Hornquist moving in down low. Tries to wrap it around Shesterkin, but kick save and a beauty. Soft shot. This would have been deflected on the way in as Zibanejad now gains the blue line. He's swarmed by Dragons, and Klingberg sends it over to Spurgeon as he takes it away. Now up to Antanasu at center ice. 6 minutes left in the second. Antanasu a shot saved by Shesterkin. Into the corner it goes. Duchene finds it. Shot, save again. Rebound. Missed by Antanasu. And Capo Caco starts to break out with Panarin. 5 minutes left here in the period. Panarin with the puck. Back towards Capo Caco. Good stick check by Klingberg there to keep the shot away. Hornquist back to John Klingberg now. Klingberg to Duchene. Duchene has it poked away. And Panarin starts back to the way for the Rangers. Over to the sweet Swede, Patrick Nemeth. Zibanejad. His pass intercepted by Hornquist. Outlet pass back to Lindblom. Rangers were caught in a change, but they do recover. Lindblom gets hit and it goes into the corner, but Jenner finds it. Boone Jenner down low. Hornquist shot saved by Shesterkin. Hornquist back to Jenner. Back to the point for Killington. Across to Devin Taves. Taves moving in. Shot block never got through. Severson finds it. Back to Lafreniere. Lafreniere now gains the blue line. Lafreniere has it taken away by Killington. Killington to Lindblom. Across to Jenner. A minute to go. Jenner, a slap shot. Never got through. Deflected into the corner. Lindblom hit there as Severson fights with him. Severson comes away with it up to Lafreniere. 20 seconds left in the period. Lafreniere on the left side. Hit by Killington as he sends it deep. Devin Taves finds it with a few seconds left. Taves up to Boone Jenner. Jenner will send all the way down. Shesterkin is there to stick it aside as the period expires. So no goals that period for either team. And at the end of 40 now here at Madison Square Garden, it's still 4-0 Dragons. Delaware out shooting the Rangers 27-5, out hitting them 8-4, faceoffs 8-7 in favor of the Rangers. Shots that period were 9-4, much better than that dominant first period by the Dragons, which was 18-1. A slow start may have doomed the Rangers tonight. As Duchene versus Zibanejad now, faceoff won by Zibanejad, back to Fox. Fox moving in down low. Shot saved by Ronta. And he'll freeze it with about 40 seconds gone here in the third. Duchene versus Zibanejad now. To the right of Raanta. Face-off won by Duchene, back to Spurgeon. Spurgeon, bank pass up to Antonasu. He'll get hit hard as it's separated from the puck. And then him and Lindgren meet in the corner. Oh, what a hit by Antonasu. Back to Spurgeon at the point, but he has his pocket picked by Zibanejad. Across to Panarin, the bread man along the right side, having really a terrible playoffs overall aside from Game 2 of this series. Zibanejad loses it, gets it back, moves down low, shot saved by Raanta, and he'll freeze it again. Jenner versus Zibanejad to the right side of Raanta. Face-off won by Jenner, back to Taves. Taves will send an outlet pass up to Lindblom. Gains the zone. Lindblom from the left circle. Shot saved by Shesterkin. And he'll freeze the puck. Jenner versus Zibanejad to the right of Shesterkin. Raanta working on a 7-period shutout streak at this point. Lindblom with the puck. Off the face-off. Back to Killington. To Taves. Shot saved by Shesterkin, and he freezes it quickly. Not the best shot from Killington, but still, there are a lot of white jerseys around the net. Shesterkin felt it was better to change it up. So, Kern now comes out. Third set of forwards against Zibanejad for the Dragons. Face-off won by Zibanejad to Lindgren. Pass up to Kakko. Hit by Killington. Kept in by Kern. His pass taken away by Zibanejad. Panarin now along the right side. Sends it back to Lindgren. Up to Kakko. He has it poked away by Taves, who pushes it to Killington. Killington over to Roslovic and up to Sanford. Sanford and Kern 2-on-2. Sanford throws it towards the net. Shesterkin easily shuffles it over to Fox. And he starts back the other way with Kakko at the lead. Kakko gains the blue line. Hit by Killington. Killington sends it around the boards, and Sanford will find it in the corner. Sanford gets hit there, loses the puck to Lafreniere. Good forecheck, backhand shot. Oh, and it's going to trickle in. Oh, a softie given up by Raanta as Zibanejad went 5-hole, got only a little bit on it. It looked like Raanta might have got most of that. But the Rangers are on the board, and there is the old broadcaster jinx talking about the shutout streak. Lafreniere gets the assist on Zibanejad's 4th of the playoffs. So the Rangers have a comeback in their bones, down now by 3 with 12 minutes left here in the third. Hedl hit by Klingberg, 4-1 Dragons. Spurgeon gets it. It's a bad turnover by the Dragons, and then Zibanejad had a soft shot, looked like a handcuffed Raanta, went 5-hole. Antonasu can't get a good pass off, and Hedl gets it back up to Kravtsov. But again, the Rangers are running out of time. Duchene separates him from the puck and now takes the blue line. Antonasu goes and gives chase. Antonasu back to Hornquist, shot intercepted by Miller. Now Antonasu again can't get a shot off, and Severson sends it up to Lafreniere. 9 minutes left now here in Game 4, Duchene up to Hornquist. Hornquist along the right side, shot save, rebound. Antonasu hits the outside of the cage. Shesterkin finds it, pushes it to Severson. Long pass over to Kreider. Back to Morgan Barron now. Barron has it poked away to Severson. Hornquist picks his pocket. 7 minutes left here. Back over to Antonasu. Shot saved by Shesterkin, who seems to have really settled down since the first. But it might be too little too late, as Kreider takes it away in the Ranger zone over to K'Andre Miller and up to Morgan Barron along the right side, who gets hit by Spurgeon and loses the puck. Hornquist retreats back into their Dragon zone, kicked along the boards. Boone Jenner is there and passes up to Lindblom. Lindblom along the right side, trying to get behind the defense, but can't. So puts in the brakes. Button hook shot. Misses wide. Rebound kicks to Morgan Barron at center ice. Barron gains the zone. He gets hit. Niels Lundqvist keeps it in, at least temporarily, as Colin Miller will find it and send it around to Shattenkirk. Actually, see, that's Hornquist. He gets hit, though. Bad turnover. Barclay Goodrow now with the puck. Back to the blue line for Lundqvist. Shot goes wide. Puck kicks to Hornquist off the backboards and sends it up to Boone Jenner. Jenner along the left side. 2 minutes left here in the third. Lindblom, backhand shot saved by Shesterkin. Nemeth with the puck now. Nemeth along the left side. Dryden Hunt moving in. Shot saved by Ronta. It's going to kick in. The Dragons are looking for an interference penalty, or at least an interference call to wave it off, but it's not going to happen. Hunt gets his first of the playoffs. It sure did look like Ronta was interfered with. Instead, they're going to say the Rangers are on the board. Kodarenko versus Kern now. Nemeth and Shesterkin the assists. As this puck is sent deep, 60 seconds left. You have to imagine that Shesterkin's going to get pulled now. Klingberg up to Roslovic. He's still in net. Roslovic's shot punched away by Shesterkin. Niels Lundqvist now up to Reeves. With 45 seconds to go, actually that's going to bounce over the glass. Not what the Rangers were looking for, as they're trying to get that sixth man out there. But right now the fourth line is kind of stuck out there for the Rangers, as everybody's gassed. Face-off won by Kern, back to Taves, up to Killington. Killington throws it on. Oh, he throws it on net and he scores! His first of the playoffs! Shesterkin whiffed on it. Might as well have been an empty net goal. What a softie given up by Shesterkin. And, I mean, that's all she wrote now. Any dreams of a comeback? The Rangers made it a game in the last 12 minutes with a couple of goals, but a terrible one given up there by Tsar Igor. And it looks like the Rangers, Killington, Taves, and Kern the assists. Well, they'll be watching the rest of these playoffs from home. McLeod up to Janmark as the fourth line gets some playing time now. Zingle back to the point for Taves. Taves gets hit hard. Zingle now throws it on net, saved by Shesterkin. First two games were very close. It was 2-0 Delaware, 4-2 Delaware. Then game 3 was an 8-0 blowout. And tonight the Rangers got back in it, but it was 4-0, and they were really chasing the Dragons the whole night long. There's now Dryden Hunt. He'll get hit by Shattenkirk. Zingle now pushes it along. Adam Fox intercepts. 12 seconds left here now in game 4. And the Dragons will advance. Will they face the Leafs or the Lightning? That is the question. As now McLeod will send it all the way down. This will go for an icing with 0.3 seconds left. Just enough time to drop the puck. Face-off won by the Rangers. It doesn't matter. There's the horn. The Dragons advance. The Rangers are going home. Your number 3 star with a goal and 2 hits, Oliver Killington. Delaware outshot the Rangers 35-12, out-hit them 13-8. Hit face-offs 13. They didn't even count that last face-off there, so Delaware actually won the face-off battle as well. Your number 2 star with a goal and an assist, Colin Miller. And your number 1 star, Alex Kern with a goal and 2 assists. The rookie doing work here in game 4. Meanwhile, Vegas did sweep Edmonton. Chicago has allowed the Avalanche back into the series. And it's going to be the Leafs 1-5. It's going to be Leafs and Dragons. And wow, Colorado's won 3 in a row to force a Game 7. And the Avalanche did a reverse sweep. Chicago was up 3-0 in the series. The Avalanche pull off a reverse sweep, and now they will head to Vegas for the Western Conference Finals. Meanwhile, the Dragons will host the Leafs. And welcome to the Eastern Conference Final, ladies and gentlemen. Delaware versus Toronto at Independence Arena in Dover. going to be interesting to see. Toronto doesn't have really great goaltending, but they have an amazing offense, whereas the Dragons are all about that defense. So this is a series of exact opposites. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. This will be Duchene versus Matthews. Face-off won by Matthews, back to Giordano. Over to William Nylander. Poked away by Spurgeon, and Klingberg finds it and sends it over to Duchene. Back to Klingberg, shot save. I'm going to guess that's Campbell in there. There's Antanasu now across to Klingberg. Klingberg again, his shot blocked this time against the board. Spurgeon moving in. Marner gets it away from him, though. Cuts in front. Now Marner on the left side, harassed by Patrick Hornquist, who gains the zone. Hornquist does a little button hook, cuts back, shot goes wide. As Matthews gets hit by Spurgeon, they're fighting for the puck. And Antanasu comes away with it. Down low, Duchene can't get a shot off. Kicks it to the corner. Comes back for it. To the top of the slot. Shot save. It's actually Mrazek in net. And he will freeze the puck with about 3.5 gone here in the first. Tavares versus Jenner now. Face-off won by John Tavares to Whitecloud. And up to Simmons. Wayne Simmons will gain the center ice line. Send it deep. Devin Taves retrieves for Delaware. Taves circles back around his own net, and now a long outlet pass up to Jenner along the left side. Jenner moves to the left circle. Puts the brakes back to the point for Taves. Across the blue line to Killington. Shot saved by Mrazek. Bit of a softie looking for a deflection there from Lindblom, but Lindblom didn't get the job done. So see there, Austin Matthews, 23 points in 2 playoff rounds. That's insane. As Tavares now versus Jenner again. Jenner wins it back to Taves. Taves shot saved by Mrazek. Craig Smith back to Killington. Taves keeps it in. It's going to be a 6-on-5 scenario as Mrazek will freeze it. Looks like tripping called against the Leafs. Tavares will go to the sin bin for 2. The Dragons 3 for 4 on the power play in these playoffs. And Alex Kern, their #1 scorer. Alex Kern has 12 points. That's almost half of what Matthews has, who's the leading scorer for Toronto. But points have been a lot more evenly distributed amongst different Dragons. As Spurgeon's shot is blocked and kicked into the corner. Kern now moving around down low. Shot! And Alex Kern lights the lamp! Off the far post and in. It's a power play goal! Alex Kern, 7th of the playoffs. And like I said, now that killer power play, now 4 for 5 in the postseason, as Kern delivers another one. And it's 1-0 Dragons. Only assist goes to Spurgeon. Again, the big guy acquired at the trade deadline, much like Giordano was acquired at the trade deadline by the Leafs. So both these teams acquired big defenders. As Sanford now moving in. Shot saved by Mrazek. Into the corner it goes for Kern. Kern, another shot saved by Mrazek, and it'll kind of handcuff him, so he'll freeze the puck. It's that sweet spot on the ice, that Alexander Ovechkin spot, as Matthews beats McLeod on the faceoff, gets it back to Dermott. Now across to Brody. Taken away by Zingle. Over to John Klingberg. Klingberg moving in. Klingberg a shot, missed it wide. McLeod finds it now. Sends it back, tries to send it back across to Spurgeon, but an errant pass intercepted by William Nylander. Nylander along the left side. He'll get stood up by Spurgeon. Ooh, big hit there with the shoulder. And the loose puck trickles to Janmark. Janmark now along the right side. Long outlet pass to Zingle. Zingle makes a move, cuts to the slot. Shot saved by Mrazek. And he'll freeze the puck. Nice play by Ryan Zingle to get that shot off. Only thing he didn't do there was score. Tavares out of the sin bin against Boone Jenner now. To the right of Mrazek. Face-off won by Jenner. Back to Taves. Devin Taves pinching in. Shot blocked. Or at least deflected into the corner. Taves back to the point for Killington. Down to Smith pinching in. Can't get a good shot off. Whitecloud takes it away from him and gets it up to Ritchie. Ritchie will gain the center ice line and try to clear it. But it'll hit the stanchion there, and that's out of play. 9 minutes left in the first period of Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final. Jenner versus Tavares. Face-off won by Jenner, back to Shattenkirk, across to Miller. Miller has it poked away by Whitecloud. He retreats to his own corner and then sends it over to Tavares. Up to Wayne Simmons. Simmons separates it from the puck, and Lindblom gets the loose Biscuit, and passes it over to Colin Miller. Can't get it out of the zone. Now he gets it out of the zone. As Lindblom and Miller are side by side fighting with Simmons there. Now Ritchie intercepts and starts back the other way. Ritchie gets to the blue line, then sends it deep. Shattenkirk will retrieve it for the Dragons. Shattenkirk back across to Colin Miller. And now Miller across to Boone Jenner. Jenner gains the zone. Jenner lets one rip. Deflects on net. Lindblom. Oh, he hit the outside of the cage. He just went too far past the net mouth. Otherwise, he would have had an easy goal. And now moving to the backhand shot, saved by Mrazek. Hornquist now circling in to the top of the slot, taken away by Giordano. Turnover to Jenner. Jenner gets hit hard. Good recovery. Loose puck covered by Mrazek, and he holds with 4.5 left now in the first. Mitch Marner and Alex Kern. You see their stats there. Soderberg versus Kern to the right is in the face-off dot to the right of Mrazek. And Kache gets the puck. Up to Kachev? Kachev? Sounds like a mic check. Shot saved by Ronta as he leaves it for Klingberg. Klingberg up to Sanford. Zach Sanford along the left side. Puts on the brakes. Back to the point for Klingberg. Klingberg moving in. Lets one rip. Saved by Mrazek with the right leg. Kern corrals it in the corner. Puts on the brakes. Kicks it forward. But Kache intercepts. And he gets it up to Kachev. Kachev gets by. Oh, he's going to get tripped up by Klingberg. Nothing called. Sloppy work there by both men. Sure looked like a tripping penalty to me as Kampf now with the puck. Half a minute to go. Over to Kachev. Hit by Spurgeon. Jared Spurgeon sends it around the boards to Klingberg. Time for one last rush for the Dragons. Up to Kern, who has the only goal of the game thus far. Kern cutting in. Shot saved by Mrazek. Leaves it for Sandin. And that'll end the period. At the end of 20 here in Dover. Ooh, that's that big hit by Spurgeon earlier. It's 1-0 Dragons off this Alex Kern power play goal. Delaware out shooting Toronto 15-1. That's that absolute clamshell defense. Hits 3-0 in favor of the Dragons. Faceoffs 5-4 in favor of Toronto. Again, the difference, a power play goal right now by Alex Kern. But it'll be Duchene versus Matthews here to kick off the second. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Marner back to Whitecloud. Pass intercepted by Duchene. Duchene along the left side. Duchene back to Hornquist. Shot saved by Mrazek. And he'll freeze the puck. Duchene versus Matthews to the left of Mrazek now. Face-off won by Matthews back to Giordano. Hit there and Duchene loses it. Giordano gets it back and up to Nylander. Now over to Matthews. Matthews gains the zone, moving in. Shot saved by Ronta. Antanasu gets the rebound away from danger with 2 minutes gone here in the second period. Good shot by Matthews. Hornquist now moving in. Patrick Hornquist's shot is blocked. Antanasu gets the rebound back to the blue line, but there's nobody there. Puck kicks to Ronta, who sends it around to John Klingberg. Klingberg can't get it out of the zone. Marner on the turnover, down low. Good job, good interception by Spurgeon to break up the one-time attempt. Hornquist now along the right side. His shot saved by Mrazek, sticked into the corner, but Duchene is there. Matt Duchene moving in down low, lifts the backhand over the net. Mrazek might have got a piece of it, not sure. Giordano gets it up to Nylander now, and now over to Matthews. Matthews hit by Killington. Duchene, bank pass to Taves. Taves, long pass front on us, intercepted by Marner. Back to Nylander. Knocked away by Taves, but Brody keeps it at the point. Back to Marner, hit by Hornquist. Taves with the puck, sends it back towards Killington. And Killington now back to Taves as they spread out the Leafs a little bit. Lindblom gains the zone. Shot saved by Mrazek, punches into the corner again. Brody hit by Lindblom. Brody up to Marner. 7.5 gone here in the second period. Lindblom hit there, loses the puck at the point. Tavares moving in. Tavares back to Marner. Shot saved by Ronta. Finds it, freezes it. It'll be a face-off to his left in the Dragon zone. Dragons can finally get some fresh skaters out there as Tavares versus Kern now to the left of Ronta. Face-off won by Kern, back to Miller. Up to Roslovic. Roslovic along the right side. Shot saved by Mrazek. Sanford finds it. Back to the blue line for Shattenkirk. Kevin Shattenkirk, a shot save again by Mrazek. Punches it into the trapezoid where Tavares is. John Tavares up to Ritchie. Across to Simmons. Wayne Simmons now. Poked away by Colin Miller, at least temporarily. Now he gets hit hard. Good check there in the offensive zone. Or defensive zone, at least for the Dragons. Shattenkirk now. Up to Sanford, who deflects it into the zone. Dermott there intercepts, gets it back to Simmons, who will send it deep from the center ice line and go for a change. Shattenkirk starts back the other way. Long pass for Sanford. Gets behind the defense. Zach Sanford cutting in. Shot saved by Mrazek. Gets behind him, but he finds it and freezes it right next to the post pipe. No, I mean, the pipe, the post, the same thing. It's kind of redundant. McLeod versus Soderberg now to the right of Mrazek. So we have win by Soderberg. McLeod jumped the gun. Jones hit by McLeod. Still maintains control. Passes up to Kashe. He gets steamrolled from behind. McLeod tries to get a pass over, but Jones intercepts. Nice play there by Jones. As Sandin gets hit by McLeod. This fourth line being real physical. As McLeod scores! Michael McLeod, third of the playoffs. He beats Mrazek on the glove side against the far post. And it's 2-0 Delaware. It's that sweet spot again, Ovechkin's office. From that left circle. And it'll be Soderberg versus Jenner. Jenner wins it back to Spurgeon. Now Klingberg along the left side. Soderberg back over to Kashe. Now back to Kachev. A big hit there, and it looks like Jenner and Jones might go. Looks like everybody's okay, thankfully, but that was a big hit, and Jenner and Jones. Jones has been a bit of a pest here for the Dragons, so Jenner was like, I'll step up to the tee, why not? Oh, and there goes Jones's helmet. Big hit, right hands from Jenner. And now another right hand, and down goes Jones at the blue line. Good fight there for the Dragons. As they'll take even more of a stranglehold on the momentum right now of this game. So Caleb Jones goes to the sin bin. Soderberg and Kern will face off to the left of Ronta. Face off won by Kern, back to Klingberg. Klingberg goes across to Kern. Long, dangerous pass. Kern gets hit hard, but he pushes it forward to Sanford. To Roslovic, deflected on net, saved by Mrazek. As Bunting now. Oh, another big hit. Oh, this series is starting to get a little chippy here. It's only game one. As Spurgeon gets the loose puck and now sends it up to Sanford. Sanford tries to get it to Roslovic, but can't. Intercepted by the Leafs and up to Kashe on the outlet. 2.5 left in the second period. Kashe on the left side. Shot saved by Ronta. Left for John Klingberg. And Klingberg up to Roslovic along the right side. Roslovic cutting in. Shot saved by Mrazek. Punched into the corner. Sanford finds it. Sanford down low. Shot backhand. Saved by Mrazek as White Cloud clears it up to Bunting. Bunting along the right side. Hit by Klingberg. Puck trickles down low. Roslovic with half a minute to go. Circles behind his own net. Chance for one last rush for the Dragons. Roslovic up to Kern. Kern tries to get it to Antanasu. Taken away by Giordano with only 6 seconds left. Giordano gets it back to White Cloud, up to Soderberg. Soderberg along the left side. He throws it back to the slot, but the period expires. And we head to the second intermission. The Dragons double their lead. McLeod's third of the playoffs makes it 2-0 Delaware. Again, the graphics broken because EA sucks. Delaware out shooting Toronto 27-4, out hitting them 11-3. Faceoffs 8-7 in favor of the Leafs. Duchene versus Matthews now, center ice, and we are underway as this is won back by Matthews to Giordano and over to White Cloud. Now back to Nylander. Nylander down low, his pass is by Antanasu, who gets it away from danger. And now Patrick Hornquist putting on the jet, sends it over to Duchene, the trailer, shot by Antanasu, saved by Mrazek. I think Hornquist wanted to go to Antanasu, but an errant pass there. As Matthews up to Marner now, hit by Klingberg. Duchene sends it back to Antanasu. Does a little spinorama and gets away from danger. Antanasu back to Klingberg at the point. Klingberg pinching in, shot saved by Mrazek. Sticks into the corner. Duchene there, down low. His pass intercepted by Whitecloud, and he shuffles it forward to Marner with 3.5 gone here in the third. And the Leafs are offsides. Matthews versus Jenner now. Face-off won by Jenner over to Craig Smith. Smith along the right side. Matthews takes it away. Up to Whitecloud. Whitecloud along the right side. Shot saved by Aranta. Left in the corner for Taves. Taves tries to bank it around the boards. Ritchie intercepts back to Giordano. His shot is blocked. It'll go wide. Good job there by the Dragon defense. As Smith tries to make a play. Big hit there, though, down low. But they do eventually recover with Killington as he'll get a bank pass up to Jenner. Over to Lindblom. Lindblom now has it taken away by Whitecloud in the slot, and he passes back up to Ritchie. Fresh legs out there for the Dragons. Tavares has it taken away by Taves at the blue line, and Taves can't... Oh, he does eventually get it out as Roslovic up to Taves. You wonder if somebody's hurt, actually, as this is an odd pairing of the lines. Tavares now, big hit. Ritchie gets swarmed by Lindblom, and he'll take it away. Sends it back to the point, but there's nobody there. A little miscommunication again from the Dragons. As Ranta, there's a broken stick on the ice right in front of Ranta. Surprised he hasn't cleared that away yet. 10.5 left here in the third. Long pass for Sanford, who just stays onside. Zach Sanford, long shot. Whitecloud keeps it away from Kern, at least temporarily, to possibly save a goal. Kern now circling in towards the right circle. Shot save again by Mrazek, as this goes to Ritchie. His pass, bad turnover, then turned over by Sanford. Dermott with the puck. A little bit of puck luck there for Toronto, as Kase to the right side now, hit by Shattenkirk. Up to Zingle. Across to Kern. Kern a shot, blocked. Dermott blocked it. Gets it up to Soderberg. 3-on-2 back the other way, over to Kase. Poked away there, and Zingle takes it away almost, and then he gets it back. Bunting to Kase. Down low, one-time shot blocked by Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk up to McLeod. McLeod cutting in, looking for another goal. Zingle, rebound, save, 2 in a row from Mrazek. Two beauties as Brody gets it away from danger and up to Dermott. 6 minutes left in the third. Soderberg hit by Colin Miller. Puck goes down to Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk up to McLeod. Across to Zingle. Zingle back towards Janmark. Shot goes high and wide. Zingle's checked in the corner. Soderberg there. Outlet pass up to Bunting. Bunting along the right side at the blue line. Hit by Jared Spurgeon. Duchene finds it, sends it around the boards to Colin Miller. Miller now cutting up, loses control, regains it up to Janmark along the left side. From the left circle. Janmark tries to get back to the point, intercepted by Austin Matthews. Toronto needs a goal. Nylander will send it deep. Miller will go and get it around the boards. We haven't had a whistle in 8 minutes. I think actually longer than that, actually, as I say that. Duchene now, bank pass meant for Antanasu. Icing is called, that's waved off as Mrazek has to play it from a speeding Antanasu. Duchene now loses the puck to Sandin. Sandin? A minute and a half to go here in the third. You have to imagine Mrazek might go to the bench here with this rush. Austin Matthews now. Oh, he's hit hard. Duchene with the puck. Dragons could use a change. Klingberg gains the zone. Klingberg throws it wide of the net. Hornquist now back to the point for Spurgeon, thrown on net. Save, rebound, can't get there, can Antanasu. Oh, now Mrazek goes towards the net. He got the signal, but Hornquist was right there in front, and he just taps it in. His 5th goal of the playoffs. What another disaster by the terrible AI of NHL 22. Oh, and that should be the nail in the coffin here for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final. Oh, my goodness. How bad is NHL 22? They pulled the goalie with my player on the doorstep with the puck. Holy cow, as the faceoff is won there. And here comes Killington now, shot saved by Mrazek. And he will freeze it with 36 seconds left in the third. Game 1 will go to the Dragons as the Leafs offense absolutely disappeared here in Game 1 after rolling over the competition in the first 2 rounds. McLeod wins it back to Taves. How do you know it's a video game and it's not real? The Leafs got past the first round. As Engvall now along the left side. Poked away by Janmark. Killington now up to Zingle with 20 seconds to go. Back across to Taves. Taves throws it on net. Saved by Mrazek. What an absolute disaster again as NHL 22. If it's in the game, it's probably not here. Zingle, backhand shot. Mrazek finds it, freezes it. Oh, his last 15 seconds, of course, are going to be a slog now. If I win this other faceoff, I'm just going to skate it down and kill the time. Jenner versus Tavares. Won by Tavares. Back to Sandin. Up to Ritchie. A few seconds left. Poked away. Craig Smith now. And Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final will go to the Delaware Dragons. 3-0. Spurgeon, your number 3 star with an assist and 4 hits. Delaware outshot Toronto 39-5, out-hit them 17-10, won 11 of 21 faceoffs. Your number 2 star with a goal and a hit, Mike McLeod. And your number 1 star with the game-winning goal on the power play and a pair of hits, Alex Kern. The rookie delivers again. All right, let's go to Game 2 now of the Eastern Conference Final. The Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Delaware Dragons. Duchene versus Matthews. Face-off won by Matthews, back to Giordano. Hit by Duchene. Antonasu now at the puck. Passes up to Duchene. Duchene along the left side. Shot goes wide. Spurgeon back to Hornquist. Shot deflected on net, goes wide. Nylander, hit from behind by Antonasu. Nothing called. White Cloud hit by Antonasu as he's pinballing off of white jerseys left and right. Finally, Marner takes it away. 1-on-1 against Klingberg. Shot saved by Ronta, and he'll freeze it. 2:15 into the first. Austin Matthews, Boone Jenner to the right of Ronta. Face-off won by Matthews, back to Giordano. Hit by Craig Smith. Taves now tries to get it up to Smith. Instead, he'll take it himself. Now he gets it over to Lindblom. To Smith. Backhand shot saved by Mrazek. White Cloud with the puck, sends it over to Giordano and up to Nylander. Nylander hit by Taves, and Jenner will find it. Jenner across to Smith, shot blocked. Jenner gets it against the right boards. Jenner now trying to, and does cut eventually to the slot. It's off of Lindblom. Into the corner it goes, kicks it back to Killington. Across to Taves. Evan Taves' shot saved by Mrazek, and he'll freeze it with 5 minutes gone here in the first. Tavares versus Kern. To the left of Mrazek. Face-off won by Tavares. Dermott over to Brody. Up to Tavares. Back across to Simmons. Wayne Simmons has it taken away. Wayne Simmons down low. Good recovery there by the Dragon defense. Ronta leaves it for Roslovic. Bank pass up to Sanford. Taken away by Simmons again. Tavares shot saved by Ronta, and Kern clears it away from danger. Now Sanford gets it out of the zone finally. Gains the offensive zone. Left side shot saved by Mrazek. And he'll freeze it again. Really trying to slow things down. Not that Delaware didn't dominate Game 1. Obviously they won 3-0, but it was more even than that. Soderberg versus McLeod. Of course, the last goal was an empty netter. As Kashe along the right side. It was really just the defense. Toronto's offense just could not get anything going. As Zingle now along the left side. Back to Klingberg at the point. Klingberg lets it rip. Saved by Mrazek. Saw it all the way from the blue line. With 8.5 left here, or gone here in the first. Excuse me. Soderberg versus McLeod now to the right of Mrazek. Face-off one back to Brody by Soderberg across the Kachev. Taken away by Zingle, and he pushes up to McLeod, who had a goal last game. McLeod back to the point for Spurgeon. Spurgeon moving in, backhand shot, hit off of somebody, and it kicked to the corner. Spurgeon kicks it over to Janmark. Janmark trying to feed back to the blue line. Intercepted by Kashe. Right away went intended for McLeod, but an errant pass. Brody now back the other way, separated by it. From it. Bad turnover, though. Kachev to Soderberg. Down low, good recovery again with the stick check. Active sticks here for Delaware as Janmark along the left side. He gets taken out. McLeod gains the zone, though. McLeod moving in. Shot goes wide. Hornquist back to Klingberg. A shot saved by Mrazek, and he'll freeze it again. A lot of gray jerseys circling the net there with 7.5 left in the first. Camp versus Duchene. Face-off won by Duchene. Back down to Taves. Taves' a shot deflected on net. Saved by Mrazek. Leaves it for Sandin. I don't know, one of them. Up to Camp. Now over to Engvall. Across to Bunting. Hit by Killington. Hornquist sends it around the boards to Taves. Taves up to Antanasu. Antanasu from the left side. Shot saved by Mrazek with 5.5 left here in the first. A scoreless first. The third and fourth line is what delivered for the Dragons. Toronto has a better top line. Second line's probably about even. As Boone Jenner wins the face-off. Smith, a backhand shot goes wide. But definitely rolling four lines is an advantage more for the Dragons than the Leafs. Lindblom's shot block never got through. Smith now with the puck. Down to Jenner. Backhand again. Another shot never got through. Hacking away at it. Tavares finally finds it. Lindblom takes it away temporarily, but it kicks to Simmons. Up to Ritchie with 3.5 left here in the first. Separated from the puck, and it goes to Smith. Smith now cutting through neutral ice. Gains the zone. To the left circle. Little button hook and sends it back to the point for Colin Miller. Miller lets it rip. Saved by Mrazek. Rebound goes to Jenner. Jenner down low. Shot save again by Mrazek. It goes into the corner. Tavares gathers it there and gets it to Jones. Intercepted by Lindblom. Good forecheck by the Dragons. Lindblom down low. Smith lifted it over the net. Oh, he had the deflection. He missed it high. As Simmons back to Ritchie now. And here come Toronto with 70 seconds left in the period. Ritchie will gain the center ice line and send it deep. Shattenkirk will cut it off for the trapezoid with 35 seconds left. Shattenkirk, long pass up to Lindblom along the left side. One last rush for the Dragons. Lindblom looking for help. His shot goes blocked and goes into the corner. Sandin is there. Back to Jones. Up to Ritchie. Across to Simmons. And that's the end of the first period. It's a scoreless first 20 here in Dover, Delaware. And at the end of 20, it's 0-0. Dragons up 1-0 in the series, though, as we hit the first intermission. Delaware out shooting Toronto 10-3, out hitting them 7-3. Face-offs are 5-2 in favor of Toronto. Duchene versus Matthews once again. Face-off won by Duchene, back to Spurgeon. Over to Klingberg. Klingberg along the left side. He gets separated from the puck at the blue line, and Marner finds it. Looks like we might have a little bit of a... Looks like everybody's all right. Like everybody had his arm up. It was for offsides. Antanasu back to the point for Klingberg. Klingberg pinching in. Oh, his stick betrays him. He was looking for the big slapper, and it shattered into a million pieces. Giordano now with the puck up to Matthews. Spurgeon finds it as Klingberg gets some new lumber. Spurgeon down to Klingberg. Klingberg now long pass up to Hornquist. 2-on-2. Hornquist from the right circle. Shot, save, rebound. Batted in by Antanasu. And it's 1-0 Delaware. His third of the playoffs. Mrazek had no chance as it deflected right to Andreas Antanasu. And it banked it in like a home run swing from Aaron Judge. Oh my goodness. It's 1-0 Delaware. Goodbye, shutout. Hornquist and Klingberg are the assists. Antanasiu is how they say his name, I guess. I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Antanasiu is how they. That's how I just heard. I was like, wait a minute. This whole time I could listen to the broadcaster. Antanasiu. Somebody in chat told me it was Antanasu. Antanasiu. Well, at least I'll hope the game got that right. Antanasiu. Andreas Antanasiu. Smith loses it to Ritchie. Now back to Giordano. Across to Matthews, hit by Taves. Boone Jenner now. Up to Lindblom along the right side. Lindblom skating along. Down low, and Roslovic scores! A beautiful feed down low on the one-timer. His third of the playoffs. The third line, or at least someone on the third line, delivers again. Roslovic fresh off the bench. Lindblom a perfect feed. It's 2-0 Dragons here in the second. As it'll now be Kern versus Tavares. Lindblom and Jenner the assists. Brody with the puck off the face-off win. Goes across to Simmons. Back to the blue line for Dermott. Pass intercepted by Roslovic. He's going to send it all the way down. It's going to be a race. Kern's going to win the race. He's going to throw it back towards the net, but it's going to be cut off by Dermott. Tried to get something out of nothing there. Or something out of something. Bad hustle by the Leafs as no surprise. As Simmons now tries to get it to Killington. Ritchie takes it away. He has his pocket picked, and Roslovic starts back the other way with Kern. Kern along the right side. Tries to send it back to but it's going to go past the blue line to Taves. And the Dragons have to get onside. Kachev takes it away. Gets it up to Kashe. Now across ice to Tavares. Gets by Shattenkirk, but not by Sanford. Now he does. Tavares, shot through a screen, saved by Ronto with the right leg as Killington loses the puck. Tavares moving in down low. Oh, nice recovery by Jack Roslovic on the back check. As he moves to the left circle now. Dragons trying to set something up. Shot saved by Mrazek with the glove. And he'll freeze it with 7:14 left in the second period. Ronta versus Mrazek. We saw the comparisons there. Soderberg versus McLeod now to the right of Mrazek. Face-off won by McLeod to Shattenkirk. Puts it towards the net, but it's deflected. McLeod gets the loose puck. McLeod trying to go down low with the one-timer. That's going to deflect back to Miller at the blue line. His shot goes high and wide. Jones takes it away from Janmark. In the pie slice. Fends it over to Kashe. He'll send it across to Kachev. Poked away by Shattenkirk, at least temporarily. Now down low. Soderberg shot. I think it might have been saved by Ranta, or at least deflected by one of the men in front. Kachev, another shot saved by Ranta this time. Clear as day as he leaves it for Miller. Colin Miller now. Long pass for Janmark along the left side. Acquired mid-season for a draft pick from Chicago. As Janmark now down low, and Janmark says, what a great trade! His third of the playoffs! It's 3-0 Delaware here as they've scored 3 in the second. And again, it's mostly the bottom lines delivering. Duchene versus Camp now. Unassisted from Janmark, forcing the turnover there. Great forecheck face-off win for the Dragons. As Duchene has the puck now in his own zone, sends it across to Klingberg. Cross to Duchene. The top line with Antanasiu does have a goal. Camp now over to Giordano. Giordano shot. Saved by Ronta. Duchene keeps the rebound away. Hornquist now along the right side. Hornquist down low. Looking for the one-timer to Antanasiu again. But intercepted this time, and Whitecloud starts back the other way with Comp. Less than a minute to go. Up to Bunting now. Bunting gains the blue line. He gets hit. Gains the puck. Down low, one-time shot saved by Ronta. He finds it, he freezes it with 7 seconds left in the second period. He made the save. It kicked off the backboards right back to him, and he froze it. Jenner versus Matthews. Face-off won by Matthews. To Giordano, his shot goes high and wide. Nylander, his pass intercepted by Smith. Nylander, last long shot as the period expires, again goes wide. At the end of 40 here in Dover, it's Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Final, and the Dragons are up 3-0. Delaware out shooting Toronto 16-7. Hits are 8-7 in favor of the Leafs. Face-offs 8-5 in favor of the Leafs. Matthews versus Duchene. Third period underway here. Matthews wins it back to Giordano. Nylander across to Marner. Giordano separated from the puck temporarily. Back to Nylander. His shot blocked by Klingberg. Antanasiu around to Spurgeon. Jared Spurgeon up to Hornquist. On the left side, Patrick Hornquist moving in. Shot, save, rebound. Nylander gets away from danger. Nice play there by Nylander to keep this a game. Marner gains the blue line. Moves to the point. Down low, his pass is set by Klingberg. Long pass, bad pass. Giordano now picks his pocket at center ice and circles back to his own zone to regroup. Now back to Marner, starting back the other way again. Across to Matthews, who has been supremely quiet this series, is Antanasiu around the Klingberg. Pass up to Hornquist on the right side. 4 minutes gone here in the third. Hornquist, a shot saved by Mrazek as he deflects it over the glass. It'll be a face-off in the Leaf zone. Boone Jenner versus John Tavares now as the two lines come out. Face-off won by Jenner, back to Devin Taves. Taves circling in, shot, and Taves scores! His first of the playoffs! Devin Taves took advantage of the screens. Mrazek never saw it, and he goes right side for his first of the postseason. It's 4-0 Delaware. Jenner versus Tavares now. Face-off won by Jenner. Back to Taves. Over to Killington. Killington gains the zone out of Lindblom. Shot saved by Mrazek with the glove. Easily snatched from the sky. Tavares, Jenner wins it back to Taves. Taves looking for another one. Shot, he gets another one! Same exact play. He took advantage of all the bodies in front of the net, threw it towards the right side, and it just went right on in. His second of the playoffs, his second of the night. It's 5-0 Delaware. As finally, they haven't been playing as great on home ice these playoffs, but that home cooking finally seems to be kicking in, at least against the terrible Toronto Maple Leafs. Ritchie over back to Simmons. He did a great job of shutting down the Toronto offense. Smith gets it up to Lindblom. Lindblom gains the zone, makes a move. His shot blocked. Puck trickles on net. Brody keeps it away from Jenner, though. And up to Simmons again. Back to Ritchie. 7.5 gone here in the third. Ritchie down low. Feed, beautiful feed, and a better split by Ronta to rob Tavares of a goal. And Toronto is still shut out so far this series, as that's taken away by Brody, and back to Simmons it comes. Simmons hit by Killington. Now hit by Smith. Killington gets the loose puck back over to Taves. 11 minutes left here in the third of game 2. Kern, shot, saved by Mrazek. Punches it into the corner for Smith. Craig Smith cutting to the slot. His shot is blocked, never got through. Hit somebody in front. Brody finds it in the corner. Back to Simmons, turns it over to Kern. Tries to feed Samford, but Brody intercepts with 9.5 left here in the third. And Kachev gets steamrolled from behind by Sanford as he'll take the puck away and gain the zone. Throws it on net. Easy save. Actually, it's Anderson now in net. So Mrazek has been pulled. Soderberg and McLeod to the right of Anderson. Face-off won by the Leafs. Soderberg back to Jones. Jones up to Kashe. Kashe will send it deep. Shattenkirk will go find it. Bank pass up to McLeod. McLeod along the left side. Back to Zingle. Zingle, a shot saved by Anderson. And he freezes it despite the Dragons being like, we're not going to crash the net anymore. There's only 7 minutes left. We're going to try not to crash the net as much anyway. Soderberg versus McLeod now to the right of Anderson. Face-off won by McLeod, back to Shattenkirk. Shot down low, saved by Anderson. Left for Jones. Cross-ice pass for Kachev. 6.5 now left in the third. Soderberg separated from the puck. Shattenkirk finds it, sends it up to Zingle. Zingle along the right side. Shot goes through between somebody's legs, but it goes wide of the net. Janmark, intercepted by Matthews. Zingle takes it away. Back to the blue line for Shattenkirk. He gets hit hard, loses it, but McLeod finds it. McLeod, shot deflected, saved by Anderson. Nylander gets it away from danger and up to Sandin. Moving in down low, back to Marner. Shot saved by Ronta. Miller finds it. And now Matthews to Nylander, deflects on net, and Nylander will score! His 5th of the playoffs. Matthews with the assist. Ronta gave up a bad rebound, and Nylander was easily able to put it behind him. So Toronto breaks up the shutout streak. Something to build on maybe for Game 3, which is now almost going to be a must-win, as that's one back to Giordano. Marner has it taken away, at least temporarily. Ronta there. Kicks it to Klingberg with 2:40 left here in the third. Up to Duchene. Duchene loses it to Whitecloud. Marner with the puck up to Nylander. Nylander will send it deep. Klingberg now. Long pass up to Hornquist. Hornquist moving in. Has it knocked away to Marner. Less than a minute to go here in Game 2. Cross-ice pass to Nylander. Hornquist up to Spurgeon. Now over to Duchene. Duchene along the left side. Shot saved by Anderson. Left for Whitecloud. 40 seconds to go. Up to Bunting now. Bunting will gain the center ice line and send it deep. Antonisiu. What a beautiful first goal of the game. His 3rd of the playoffs. Pass up to Kern now. We'll get some ice time in the last half minute. Kern, a shot saved by Anderson. Hornquist back to Klingberg. Across to Spurgeon. Has it poked away by Engvall. Engvall shot blocked by Hornquist. Klingberg gets it back to Sanford. Up to Kern. 10 seconds left here in the third. Kern back to the point for Klingberg. Klingberg lets it rip. Oh, and John Klingberg gets his 1st of the playoffs as he snipes one from between the left circle and the blue line. Makes it 6-1 Delaware. As McLeod and Kampf now will come out. Kern and Sanford the assists. Face-off won by Toronto. Dermott with the puck. He'll make a move, take a hit, and it's cleared. The Dragons will go up 2-0 here in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Specifically the Eastern Conference final, as the Leafs have their backs against the wall as we head back to Toronto. We head to Toronto for Game 3, I should say. Boone Jenner, your number 3 star with 3 assists. Delaware outshot Toronto 29-11. Hits were 10 apiece. Your number 2 star with a goal, an assist, and a hit was John Klingberg. The faceoffs were 13-9 in favor of Toronto. And your number 1 star with a pair of goals and a hit, Devin Taves. The defense delivering some offense right now. So the Avalanche now have won 6 in a row as they're up 2-0 in the Western Conference final. And we will save and call it a night. These were 4 very fast games. But I am tired because it is a Monday. And so we're going to stop it at 4. I appreciate everybody who watched, as always. I appreciate everybody who hung out. I know it's Valentine's Day, so a lighter crowd tonight. I hope everybody had a happy Valentine's Day. I hope you all had a good Super Bowl weekend, as much as I thought the game was really kind of ruined in the last 2 minutes by the referees. Come back tomorrow. We're doing a podcast. Wednesday, we'll be back to hockey. I'll go to year 2 of my Rangers franchise. Thursday, I will be off because I'm having dinner with a friend here in LA. We're supposed to have lunch today, and she had to cancel, so we moved it to Thursday night dinner, so I'm going to see her then. Lots of stuff to talk about. It's all about the networking, folks. But no, she's a good friend, and I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen her since before the holidays. We were supposed to get together before Christmas, but unfortunately, just couldn't make it work. Something came up with her for work, and then I went back to Jersey. So it's been, oh God, I don't think I've seen her since like Halloween. So yeah, so that's an overdue meeting. Dinner. Wouldn't say it's a date. It's not a date. But yeah, I haven't seen my friend Maria in a while. Yeah, it's not a date. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in as always. Yeah, so Thursday off. Friday, new game Friday. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be Horizon Forbidden West. Been really looking forward to that one. That should be a surefire game of the year contender, no doubt. But yeah, so tune in for that. Might start doing some more new games, depending as the weeks go by until baseball season gets here. We're less than 2 months away from the show coming out, and also next month I'm gonna get WWE next month. I'm hesitant to pay for it, but I will get WWE next month, and that should be fun. I'll do some old school wrestling. Maybe I'll pull out my cowboy hat. I'll be a good old JR, good old RC. But yeah, that'll be then. Now, here is now. We'll see you all tomorrow night for the live podcast for Geeks Who Like Sports with my buddy Lee. And until then, have yourselves a great evening. Be well, and good night.